Hello and welcome to Learn UX ID. We are going to learn about design, user interface design, and user experience design. Today, my topic is logo design and the process behind it. So, from my perspective, I have designed many logos across my design lifetime, but I don't consider myself a very professional logo designer. I am not a logo designer. I was a web designer at the start, web developer, and I am not a very heavy user or very good user of Adobe Illustrator. I don't know much how to use that, but still, whenever I design a logo, there are two or three things that are in my process. And I'm going to share with you the results. You can see the results on the screen. I'm going to share with you what experience can teach you, how your process and idea execution is actually what matters in the end. So it is not how proficient or how much expert user you are of some tool, design tool, maybe Adobe Illustrator, Figma, or anything you are using to design your logo, but it is the idea behind it. So let's move to the screen. Okay, so you can see this is my company website. We design landing pages for startups, firms, and everyone else. We also develop custom design WordPress themes, and we also develop logos like this. So you can see this is the logo pro design, and I try to combine P and D both in a logo which is kind of balanced inside a single shape. So whether your logo could be a rectangle, or your logo could be overall a circular shape, or logo could be rectangular laying down like this. So in this shape, in this shape. So it could be in many shapes. Like you can see, this is a shape of a mobile. So this is a rectangular. So if your logo fits in it, it is going to be rectangular. If your logo is going to fit something like this, it is going to be more squarish. So my starting idea is that it should fit, or it should have a specific shape to have more balance. So this is the final result, and you can see the bottom design. You can see this is actually the rotation of these D's. They are D's and P's. This is the logo combined in 4 different angles, and this is what I try to do. Just a little bit of some aesthetics to edit to this simple text. On the right, you can see I am trying to see which you can say typeface is going to work with this. So these are the two things whenever I design a logo or design branding, start branding my any brand or any firm. I normally start with the logo, its colors, and then I start with the typeface. How the typeface is going to express the brand. So you can see this typeface at the top. It is articulate CF. It is not very expressive. It is a bit of kind of like balanced, light expressive, a bit balanced. Expressive means that if it has a lot of curves, has a lot of styles in it, or it is very you can say shape based, or you can say geometric. So whenever it is very geometric, it has less you can say less expressions. So it is like I have a spot face like this, and I have a face something like this, smiling face or inviting face or something. So these are you can say the typeface, I would say typeface personalities. So you can see here I would trying this heading a bit serious, because we are we only take serious projects. We don't take like $100 project or $100 website. So my minimum, whenever I start a landing page, my minimum start is like from $2,000. So this is going to be one typeface. Here we have Google Fig Tree, very nice typeface for the paragraph. Then we have very lovely typeface. It has more variety in it. Very similar to this one bit, but the contrasts are higher. For example, you can see over here in the G. Let's zoom in. So you can see here we have the G and the G of this one. So you can see we have a rectangular shape in here. Here we have a circular shape. So it is more balanced, more geometric. The top one, bottom one is more humanistic sans serif. I like this. The second one more better. The third one is Proxima Nova, very popular typeface. It is again geometric, so I would be avoiding this. So I would definitely I would be going with inter V variable typeface for this one, and maybe Fig Tree, or maybe this font typeface. This is a Adobe Premium font typeface. So this is the end result. Now I'm going to share with you how we actually started. So here we have, let me zoom out a bit. Let me show you. Here we go. So you can see we have like many inspirations from different, you can see here I had some ideas. I actually started drawing it on my mobile, and here you can see again some of the ideas. Let's try to see if I can share with you. I had a lot of great ideas, but let me, okay, so here we have few more. I'm going to share all these and few of them. Let me show you few more. So here we have again few ideas drawn on a paper. So this is how I actually start. So this is the starting of my design process. So here you can see again P and D combined. This is a flipped D, and here we have two P's connecting over here. Here is another one. So there are many ideas. I try to draw them on a piece of paper, sometimes on a mobile. These are the ideas, or you can see some of the inspirations. You can see this one. So I actually gave all these inspirations to a junior designer I have, and now I'm going to share with you what experience actually taught you. So that junior designer, he is very expert in Adobe Illustrator. So this is his first design. So this is his first design. The ideas were mine. I tried to make a shape of P and D, and he tried to combine it in a very vertical shape, just like a rectangle. I really liked it, but not enough. So here we have another idea. So two octagons combined together, P and D. I'm not sure where the D is, but I'm sure, yes, D is actually this one and P is actually this one. I really liked the idea, but the execution was a bit poor in my opinion. Here again, P and D, I didn't like it at all. Let's see few more ideas. So this is where I actually gave him to some directions to improve this. So you can see he actually tried to improve it, and here is the end result. I told him to round the corners and things like that. Also remove this. You can see it had some border, so I told him to remove the border. So this is the end result. This is the first iteration from that designer, junior designer. Then this one, I think you have seen this idea drawn on the paper, but the execution, what he thought or what he tried to do was very poor from my perspective. Then we have few more. So this is what actually experience is. So he actually tried to draw something that feels very kind of cartoonish to me. This one is also very poor. This one is good. This one again, very poor design. This one again, it feels like a Fiverr logo, maybe $5 logo to me. So here is when I started designing the logo myself. So I sat on the Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, and I would say I am a beginner level in Adobe Illustrator. And this is where I started experimenting. So here I had a D and a P, then I again had a D and a P. You can see the P is inside over here. So I started from these ideas, some people really like this one, these two, this the middle one. Then I went to this one. This one is P, moving out of D. So why I didn't like it? Because it has a rectangular shape like this. So I wanted to have a more balanced shape. Like you can see, this is a more kind of a square. I wanted to have something more balanced. So here we have again few more ideas. I really loved this one. This one was my second most best option. Let's remove this D over here. So again, this is the execution you have seen. I have shown the some of the drawings. So this is the one people really loved. This one is also good. Here I actually tried to have some 3D shapes into it. Here something again weird. I tried to combine different shapes, but in the end I went to this one, and I'm going to show you the process. So here we have the back process. So I tried different ideas. These were the two finalists, Pro Design, this one and this one. I really like this one because it has more versatility. You can rotate it. You can have a whole pattern woven by this one. This is just a static shape. You cannot create a pattern out of it. So here we have, you can see P, R, and also D. So actually Pro Design, PR Design. So, but these were 4 options. Then we also had, you can see, this is the starting point. So these are all the ideas I actually tried to implement and design myself. I am very at a very beginner level or a medium kind of user of Adobe Illustrator, but I know how to execute an idea. I know how to play with colors. I know how to play with typography and typefaces. So these are my strong areas. So you can see this is the end result. So if you are a designer, if you are a logo designer, try to have a process, draw your ideas first, and then how you are going to execute them. This really matters a lot. Your colors, the typefaces you are going to select, or whatever you are using for the colors, the theme, how the shape is going to be contained, whether it's a rectangular shape, a diamond shape, a logo, or oval shape, or something else. It is a microphone kind of shape, or some mascot, or whatever. So it should have a shape that is going to be more, you can say, more eyes friendly. I would say eyes friendly, because people are going to see that inside that shape. So this is my whole story of logo design process and how I actually approach logo design. If you have any project and if you want to design any logo, or you want me to design a logo, you can send me an email. I am showing you the email address, or you can WhatsApp me your requirements. My normal logo design starts from $300. So it involves the whole branding. I'm going to give you typefaces you are going to use, the colors, and the logo itself. So that is whole thing. If you want a cheap logo, you can go to fiverr.com. Okay, so that is all. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. If you are a logo designer or you want a job, you can also email me your resume or the logos you have designed. I normally focus most on the process behind, the ideas behind, and the execution of the design, rather than how much proficient you are in logo design. So that is my story. This is how I design logos. You can also see some of my more logos on my Behance portfolio. I'm going to give the link below, Behance. So you can visit there and you can see how I have designed few good logos. We'll meet you in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.